So this video is titled, Is the New Age Movement a Religion? And I will just state at the outset, no it is not. So I'm a world religions major in college. I got a bachelor's degree from Humboldt State University, Northern California, which is hippie central, but a pretty cool school. Not that a bachelor's degree really makes you an expert in anything, but just to mention that. And I've been on a spiritual path and exploring, spiritual topics and reading books across the spectrum from, every religion that I could, get an interesting book on. And so I've been soaking up this information for 20 whatever years of being on a committed spiritual path. And a religion has a basic fundamental framework, which is that there is a set belief system, generally, propagated by one individual, whether it's Buddha or Jesus or Muhammad, or in the case of Hinduism, then there's a whole broad spectrum of different teachings. But still, everyone who adheres to that particular religion reads from the same teachings and has the same general understanding and belief system. The New Age movement is not a religion because there's no leader, there's no particular specific belief system that everyone is adhering to. The New Age movement is a just very broad umbrella concept to cover a whole range of different teachings, many of which have similar ideas, but which most certainly differ. And I'm very much a proponent of the New Age movement because of the fact that it is not a religion. Because I find religion to be a hierarchical, vertical structure in which there is a spiritual authority who is God. God is the ultimate spiritual authority, of course. But the person who is going to dispense the truth of God or source or a higher power or a great spirit, whatever you choose to phrase you choose to use, there's someone designated, whether it's the Pope or a priest, who has access to the truth and is going to give it to you. And so you have to listen to them. And this, I believe, is fundamentally imbalanced, wrong, incorrect, and is part of the current power structure on Earth that seeks to consolidate power into the few, whether it's within religion or society or politics. And they control the show, and everyone else has to listen to them. And I don't mean to say that all religion is bad. There are certainly beneficial aspects of it, and there are powerful and relevant and applicable spiritual teachings within all religions. But the basic concept is whether or not a spiritual teaching is encouraging and empowering you to find truth within, or saying, I have the truth and here it is. Truth is very elusive. The world and the universe is very mysterious, and no individual, in my opinion, has a complete lock on the truth, whether it's Jesus or Buddha or Muhammad or anybody. We all have limited perception as human beings, and there is much going on in this world around me right now. There are, wild and crazy, unseen waves of energy that are swirling all around me right now, but which I can't see and which you can't see because we have limited perception. So inevitably, the human experience and the human perspective is limited. There are some who have a much wider range of perception and a much stronger connection with source energy than others, and so they are spiritual teachers who I am a strong proponent of listening to spiritual teachers, but not listening to them as the ultimate truth. Listening to them, considering them, taking that truth within, and considering strongly, does this resonate with me? Can I find a connection within that aligns with this? Does this work for me personally, considering my own unique makeup and desires and quest in life, or not? And so it's about hearing and being open to the teachings of others, especially those who may very well have a broader perspective and a greater connection with the universal energy, and just considering for yourself whether you can learn something valuable from them or not. I certainly don't believe that all New Age teachings are true and correct. I don't believe that all New Age teachers have integrity and are coming from the right place necessarily. You just have to feel for yourself, feel your own gut, feel your own heart, and sense whether someone else is coming from the heart, coming from a real connection, or whether they're coming from only ego and something that they're seeking to satisfy in their own lives by selling their books and doing their workshops and whatever. But overall, I very much feel that within the New Age movement there are many very powerful spiritual truths that you can utilize and pick up on and incorporate into your life in a very meaningful and powerful way. So the New Age movement certainly isn't a religion in terms of having a rigid structure and hierarchy of who you're praying to and who you're listening to and what exactly the truths are. It's a, in my view, very empowering development for humanity to have this range of different spiritual teachings that you can soak up and merge and mesh with each other and put together your own personal view and understanding of the world by utilizing these other teachings, that many of which are coming from off-planet, from extraterrestrial beings from other realms and other dimensions and other star systems. And whether you happen to believe that is truth or it's all a sham is completely up to you. The most important thing to keep in mind is just your own truth filter, trusting your own gut, your own instincts, your own intuition, not as to whether a particular teaching is right or wrong. It's not so simple to delineate that way. It's more a matter of, is it right or wrong for you at this time in your life? And I do believe that there are universal truths, but it's not necessarily so important to fixate on, is this particular teaching right or wrong? But is it helpful to you? Does it broaden your perspective? Does it pass your bullshit detector? Does it make sense to you? Does it propel you along your life in leading towards greater understanding, a more broadened mind and perspective, bringing you into greater touch with your feelings and your emotions and your gut intuition? Does it create greater compassion and propel you forwards in your life in a positive way? So in my view, then, there are a lot of powerful and useful truths within the New Age movement. You just have to use your own intuition and truth filter as to whether it benefits you and makes sense to you, where you're at in your life at this time, and whether it is valuable information that you can utilize. So that's my take on the subject. Thanks for watching. Take care.